Dobry utro. Just reviewing Adam Mancini's newsletter again, but in the same token, I'm really considering what a poster commented on my video said. I need to stop just copying the levels and just plopping them on there without knowing why they're there. And I do admit, um, when Adam Mancini states all of the levels, he'll state all of the support levels, he'll state all of the resistance levels, and he gives like a dozen for support and a dozen for resistance. There's a lot of them, and which is why I have so many levels on my chart. But what I find fascinating is that whenever he posts a copy of his chart, it just has the trends. They're not a bunch of levels. Um, and sometimes when I look at my chart and I see like where does he get this level from? I don't get that. And I scroll down and I look, and yeah, it's because of one of the trends. So it's not an actual horizontal level, it's one of the trends that he's pointing out. But if I apply what I want to start doing regarding my trading to the chart, and instead of trying to put every trend, so like for example, look at my trading view now. Usually it's not this messy, but I've thrown so many trends, these clones, in an effort to try and figure out what price might do or where it might reject. And it looks like it sort of worked. I have a rejection here, support, support, you can see here, rejection, 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 fake breakout. So yeah, I suppose it works, but it gets more confusing to look at. It hurts the eyes because there's so many levels. So if I instead follow the advice of this poster and remove a majority of these levels and only put, let's say, major levels like daily, 4 hour, um, hour, and maybe intraday, I might look at some 15 minutes or something like that, or 30-minute supply demands or something like that, and only look for major patterns like what happened with the breakout. I know you can't see because it's such a mess. If you can ignore all of, you know what, hold on, I'll just do this. This was a, oh wait, now I gotta make sure I got the right one. There was a triangle here, without a doubt. A triangle, you can almost see it here. Triangle, it started from here to here. And it broke down and from here to here. And this triangle pattern broke out here, rallied, retested last week Wednesday, had a little bit of a bounce, and then retested again Thursday morning, and then popped into a rally. I know it's hard to see, but this was it. It was a triangle that retested. These are the kinds of uh, patterns I need to look for. And I didn't know initially what was so significant about this square. I put it there. I put it there because I realized further back in the month that was it here? It was here at some point in mid-May that we just couldn't get past this area. And I didn't know what was significant about that, but Adam Mancini explained this was our high in February, and most of our highs of I think April. No, was it? No, it was, yeah, February. It's a February high. So if I drag this all the way over, this would be the February high. So once we broke out of that and made basically a new high of the year, this thing rallied. So if I really wanted to wait for a good time to enter to possibly go long, I suppose it would be here where we broke out of this. This is, I think, the trend line that comes down from January 2022. Let's see if that's true. Yeah, but it really touches more here on that March 2022. So it'll be either there that we might bounce and we might have our Thursday, Friday rally, but I don't know. Or we might fall back lower and retest the breakout of the February highs, which would be confluent with one of my trend lines, my clone trend lines here. And it looks like we bounced at one of these purple trend lines here, which is a touch and a touch here. This one I don't really know about, but Adam Mancini put it, so I don't know. I might remove it. This one definitely touch, touch, uh, and some resistance here. It's hard to see, I know, on this chart. So right now, I don't really see any major patterns. I removed the megaphone that was forming because we didn't reach the top yesterday. When we broke out of here, I thought we might reach the top of the megaphone, which will be this clone yellow line here, but we didn't. I just drew this line from here to here, touch and touch there, but I might remove that. Adam Mancini put it, but I think what happened was when he posted his newsletter yesterday, we were about here. No, we were here yesterday. So this clone right here made a sort of a triangle, a wedge here between this and this. And he was hoping that we might end up breaking out of this overnight. But obviously that didn't happen. We've broken down. And now we're just chopping. And I might remove this right. You know what? I'm going to remove it. Because we're just chopping through it, it's not having any effect. One of the things I need to learn is when is it appropriate? When is it a good time to remove a level or a trend? When is it no longer relevant? Like for example, this trend here, it just kept chopping through it. Probably should remove that one too, right? I'll do that. This one was support here. It was resistance initially here before it broke out. But now that it's fallen through, I'm wondering, should I get rid of this one as well? So I'll wait a little bit. If we rise up and reject from it, I'll keep it. But if we rise and go right through it, then I'll get rid of it. And I do believe, oh, let me just read this tweet anyways. Got 10 minutes before the market opens. Was this call today? I thought this was yesterday. I don't know why the work phone keeps getting people calling. It rings for like half a second and hangs up. All right, hold on. Okay, as posted, 7 out of 9 last Thursday and Fridays have seen major strength in ES, usually after midday Thursday. We have now spent 20 hours pinned to 4270. Plan today, 4268 equals support, and this was posted about an hour ago. So yeah, 4268 was test, no. 4268 failed, and I guess we had, I don't think this would be called a failed breakdown. We just slowly grinded up above 4268. Then we tested it again at 8:30, which is right around where he tweeted, I guess. 8:15 technically. So anyways, 4268 equals support. Bulls want to reclaim 4280 here, which starts 4288. So interesting. We did, let me see if I can find, I'm going to change this to an hour and see if I can on my own find a significance of 4288. Well, 4283 looked like it was support here. But if I put my cursor on 4288 and slide it over, I can't see. I see we touched here. Here, it was support here. And it was resistance here. So I guess that's why. If I try and go back even more, I see areas where it touched as resistance and areas where it touched resistance and support. But for me, 4293 looks more clear as a resistance. Resistance, resistance, resistance. And 4275 to me looked like a clear support, which would be now resistance. And it looks like it's resistance right now, in fact. But again, the other issue is there's many times where Adam Mancini will give a level and it would just bounce or reject right at his level. So I don't know. Anyways, the other issue is I need to do all of this on Thinkorswim now. I do recall that this is the daily for, and I found this recently, so I trust this level that I found. So it looks like we bounced at a daily here on SPY. I wonder if we might get to retest it again, or if it's just gonna go ahead and pop from the rally. I may still keep this lower megaphone for now, but I'm gonna get rid of this one because we didn't. If we had reached it and rejected, I would have kept it, but we didn't even reach it, so I don't see the point. Let's see if I can switch this to an hour and see if I can find a resistance here on SPY. Definitely here, but I already have this listed. But this was a supply, if I remember, a 30-minute supply. But you know what? We're creating an hour supply here. So I don't know. I just might put that here just in case. Market's going to start any moment. I tried doing some of this last night, but I was trying to get ready because this landlord claimed that he had a couple of realtors that were going to come with possible buyers. Nobody showed up. And I ran quickly to the store after they didn't show up to try and just get something to eat. Because I do want to cook. I have food to cook, but I don't want to do it until this weekend. So that can hopefully last me most of next week until I get paid again. I don't see anything more in the hour. Let's go to a 4. Although I doubt I'll see anything here on a 4. I wonder if I should put a line downwards, to be honest. Or what am I doing? Remove. Or if I should just clone this. But I don't know. Well, whatever. For now, I'll just keep it and see what happens. I don't know why this didn't show as clearly on ES, but I guess I would rather have seen a fake breakdown here and a quick recovery above the daily. That would have given more credence to this, keeping this, but I don't know. For now, whatever. Leave it as it is. But as far as the level, oh yeah, this is pretty clear on a 4 hour. Okay. I'll do a 3, 2. I forget what level. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And now these clients aren't here. I might spend most of this afternoon cleaning this apartment because I keep sneezing. It doesn't help that my vacuum cleaner sucks and it's like 10 years old. And I don't have a broom because that ghetto girl that was here stole everything, man. I hate that girl. All right, anyways, I would look at daily, but I don't think I'll see anything really on daily. It's just a blob going sideways. So anyways, all right, back to the 515. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do any trades today. Maybe based off this pattern, maybe if on a bearish sense, maybe if we reject, have a fake breakout out of here. I don't know. Maybe it's possible we might rally out of this, break out of this, and then reject off of this 4 hour, or we might make it back to that previous supply that was formed, or we might end up falling and retesting either this trend or the bottom of this. I don't know. But I like this setup. I like not having a bunch of levels here and just focusing on the simple pattern and the more obvious trends. If I only keep the more obvious stuff, obvious things like a large trend, a daily, then I would assume, I might be wrong, that if we have price react to that area, react to a daily, react to a major trend, then that reaction could be more trusted and the trade will have a higher edge, right? That makes sense. Now here I gotta do a lot of work cleaning up. This needs to be removed, remove, remove. And Adam Mancini's megaphone like sort of cuts through all of this. For thinkorswim, mine is way up here. For TradingView, it lines up to where it rejected here, at least. This is gone. I remember that trend that was going down on TradingView. Well, here on thinkorswim, it looks like it pretty much is only slightly lower. So, yeah. And now I'm just gonna remove some levels here. This is 4275. Remove the 4278. It looks like we bounced here and rejected here, and we're rejecting now at 4278. So I might keep that. 4284. Rejection, 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 support, support. I'll keep that. And this is Adam Mancini's 4288, but again, I don't see why that's significant. Other than a bounce here and a bounce here and here, and a flush down here. I don't understand why that level is significant, but I'll watch it today and see what happens. But I have a feeling I'm going to be removing this. I say that and watch the bell rings and price rallies right to 4288 and bounces and rejects. Alright, so I don't really have a plan for this one. And again, if I did try this, or no, I don't. I think I tried it on TradingView and it didn't quite look appropriate. If I duplicate this and bring this up here, you see it doesn't look as cleanly as it did on SPY. SPY looked much. No, actually, it did. Yeah, it broke out of here, and I don't know. Whatever. I'm just gonna keep it there for now. I'm gonna keep it there for now. Although I should have brought it down some more. Right here. So rejection, 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 fake breakout. We might reach it again. A muted response for the bell. I'm not even gonna pick a option yet. And I haven't looked at VIX yet. Let's see. So this channel I found, I forget when it was, yesterday. This clearly is working. Rejection, 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 and this level here we're rejecting against this. Hold on, I need to, you know what, I'm gonna get rid of the 3-year low now, because I mean there's no point in moving both of them. Current low yonder. So if we're going to be straight bullish, it's possible this rejection might be the low for now, or the high. I'm sorry, the high for now, because we haven't been able to break past this since yesterday. So we might go down. You see, we're pushing down now. We might work our way back down to yesterday's current low, or even make a new low at the bottom of this trend, which would say that this is probably going to be bullish. I would be more comfortable taking a trade if we were coming off of a trend, but we're not. And this purple trend we bounced off of on TradingView, but we're like in the middle of this channel, and it's just no man's land. So I just don't see the point in trading either way, to be honest. I mean, yes, we did bounce at Adam Mancini's 4268 level, so that's good, I suppose. But we have rejected off the 4278 level. And speaking of which, where would I? There's so much resistance above that if I tried to do an option, and I've lost so much money in the past 2 days, I don't even think I could trade if I wanted to. I would have to wait for 429 to pull back a little bit and maybe get in at $18. And it looks like that opportunity has come and gone. But again, I would rather trade it if we were closer to a trend. Although on a supply demands form, we did create a demand right above 4268 here, and that was retested at 9 o'clock. So that might prompt me to go long, but I don't know. I guess I could have gone long at no, I can't even do, watch this. I can't even do 19. I don't want to. Oh, I can. I can. It's 65 cents to get in and 65 cents to sell. So I probably could have gotten in. And probably set the sell at like 30 or right here when we reach 4278. That would not even be 10 bucks, but I would take $5 at this point. So far, again, I lost seven. Yesterday was a bad day. $7 yesterday, including commission, and it was $5 on Monday, so $12. And again, I started out the week at 32, and now I'm down to 19.99. Just 19.99. Anyways, this is just real chop, man. There's no edge. This is just a mess. And if I look at, again, I go back to SPY and look at it, I see no reason to trade in the middle of this no man's land area. If the bell rang and we were bouncing off this daily, I would be more confident trading, especially if we flushed below and bounced here or something and then recovered, or we're about to recover. Then yeah, especially if we did a fake breakdown below the daily, bounced at one of these trends, and then a quick wick recovery, I would take that long. In the expectation that we might reach the top of this channel and maybe have a slight rejection and we'll break out. In fact, that looks very ideal. That's the ideal scenario. Exactly what I said. A fake breakdown and a retest of this area. And what would that be confluent to ES? Yeah, a retest of the 450 area, I guess. 4255 area. Then we can recover, retest the top of this channel. Maybe we'll cool off a bit, reject from there, and then we'll break out. So yeah, I need a retest at the bottom of this channel. God bless it, man. I hate Thinkorswim. Okay. I don't remember when I found this daily, so I don't know how much I trust it. God, I got so many confluences lying here. Anyways, I'm just gonna sit back and watch this. I do have a couple tasks I gotta finish for work. Oh, and you know the cool thing about that Sattva group, I really am thankful. Is I don't usually have good luck for this, but these guys emailed, and I'm an idiot. I thought they didn't email me, that they didn't respond to me. But in my defense, I can't stand Gmail because I'm old enough to know back in the day when email first became a thing, when its first inception, when we had AOL and MSN and Hotmail. It used to be when you emailed someone and they email you back and you have a back and forth, you have a chronological order of these back and forth emails going down. So if they responded to you when you sent them an email, you click it, it's on the top where it should be. And if you want to look through the history of the emails, you go down the bottom and there's a chain mail of the bottom of all the responses and replies. But Gmail now is so freaking annoying. If you look into Gmail, it's all disorganized. And I couldn't find where he messaged me. Oh look, it just dipped down where I could have gotten in, and it's turning around. I couldn't find where he sends a response. And nor did Gmail notify me that there was a new response. So I was infuriated because The guy responded to me after all, and I'm here upset that I never got a response from him. And I apologized. I said, listen, I'm really sorry. I could not find your response in Gmail. And even yet again, I asked him a question Monday, I think it was, or Tuesday when I got back from working out. I checked my email and I sent a question because they said they refunded me the pillow. And of course they don't want it back. Why? For sanitation reasons, I understand. Um, but they actually are going to send me some little core that you put inside the pillow to replace something else or whatever, free of charge. And yeah, he sent a response back, and I had to like go through and sift through to go like down like halfway, almost to the bottom, but not quite to the bottom to see his response. I'm like, why is it not at the top? So it's just so stupid. Oh my God. But that's good news, man. I hope this thing that they send me, the core that I can put inside the pillow, makes the pillow more comfortable. I don't know. I was even tempted to try this Tempur-Pedic bed that I bought here for the roommate because it's like almost 7 inches thick. It looks comfortable, and I need to get the frame for it though. Anyways, enough. This is just choppity chop chop chop. Adam Mancini did say in his newsletter that typically it's towards midday on Thursday that something happens. Oh man, this guy was divisive, but he's a good guy, I believe. Um, Rest in peace, sir. Anyways, all right. Yeah, it looks like this would have been, if you went long here, you better scalp it quick. Take your quick money. And also that poster said that I should switch from looking at 15s to 5s if I want to scalp. But I don't really want to scalp. What I really want, what I need, actually, this is not what I want, but I think what I need to do is, like I said before, wait for a breakout of a major pattern, a price reaction to a major trend, get in because I have no choice but to get in at a strike further out the money because I'm poor. I got no money in my account. So, hypothetically, let's say this happens. This sells down. Oh my God. You know what? I'm going to go back to SPY. This sells down to this level later on today. We have what I said, a fake breakout. Bulls really kick in and we recover. We have a wick that comes back up and we recover. We come back above the daily. In fact, I keep saying it. I'm going to put an alert below this daily or just add it. No, below it. Fuck it. Add it. I'm going to do the alert. Add it. Create alert. Below. Because I know this thing always by default goes to above because it's freaking thinkorswim. So let's say we test. And you know what? Since we did test it overnight, I might just put the alert just slightly above. Just in case we test it again. Alright. So let's say we either retest this daily or we end up going slightly lower, not slightly actually, quite a bit. We have a quick flush and a quick recovery, so a fake breakdown of the daily. And there I get in, let's say on, you know what, just out of curiosity, let's look at tomorrow's expiration. 431. Alright. We get in at, with theta later on today, this might be worth like $10. So we get in, or $9. We can get in a couple options at $9, let's say hypothetically. And this thing starts to rally towards the end of Thursday. I can exit one position and I'll make, let's say, I don't know, 25, 30 bucks. Let's say we go from $9 to 40 something dollars, something like that. I exit one position. I take profits for that and I swing the other one the next day. And tomorrow we have our Friday rally and this thing goes to like 435 on SPY. And I sell and that other option is now worth 120. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've wanted. And I've had a couple of chances where I've taken trades where that could have happened. One was both last week. We had a breakout of a channel. I took a trade at 20, sold it at 18. Stupid. Sold too early. I was scared I was dealing with a fake breakout. It wasn't. It retested the pattern that broke out, and rallied. And I think that went to like 199. So I could have made $100 off of that one option there. And Friday wasn't as big as a rally, but Friday I went in. I think it was at 20 or 19. I sold at 30. It went as high as 45. So I could have sold a little bit higher than that. But then it turned around, went all the way down to 10, and then rallied the rest of the day. And I think it got as high as 130 or something like that. So, or 119, I think it was. But anyways, these are 2 days where I could have massively gained a lot of profit on my account. That's what I need to do. I need those days where we have a long trend and I'm in the right trade. I took a trade in the right direction, but I need to not sell early. So I do want to scalp eventually because I think that's a good way to make money, but I don't have enough money to do that right now. If instead of $19.99 I had $1,990, then I might consider scalping. And then yes, looking at the 5 minute, I think would be a better plan. But yeah, right now this is just chop. So anyways, I'm gonna step away for a little bit and finish these assignments. Alright, here we are, back at the daily. I just got my alert, and it looks like we're bouncing. So you know what? This is it. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this one long. I'm just gonna see if I have enough room to see if I can wait for a bit more of a recovery. Because I don't want to just do a knife catch long. Interesting how it bounced at $11 and what's going on? Oh, I just realized too, we're at that spot where we rejected more than a few times on VIX. I'm just gonna put a buy in at 12 for now. I don't think it's gonna pull back enough. Yeah, oh yeah, this really is recovering. Okay, we'll try 13. Maybe I'll get a little bit of a pullback. Nope. It's already about to go up. Wow. All right. 14. And that rejection is already occurring on VIX. Good Lord, man. All right, fine. 15. Damn it. I hope I don't regret this. Let's see if I can just scrape a little bit. If I can keep pulling up. Watch it turn around now and start to fall. Yep. Typical. The good news is VIX is going down, but this is sort of stagnant. I doubt it's going to get up that high. Yep, there we go. This is unfortunate. Alright, never mind. I was hoping for a quick reaction, but that's not it. I don't want to lose more of my funds. Yeah, I don't think I can even sell at 15 if I wanted to. It's going down. It's going to go to 14. Only somewhat good news is VIX hasn't been going up. Oh no, it is going up. Damn it. If I can sell at 15, it's just a $1 loss for the commission, but yeah. Green Arrow said, yeah, we're going to have some buying pressure. Yeah, that didn't happen. Oh my God. All right, you know what? Fine. Fine. Holy crap, what the hell just happened there? How did it pop up to 16 and then suddenly it sells me at 13? Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We went from 1999 to 1667. So a little over $2 loss. I don't know what happened there. The candle's going down, but the option went up. Oh well, that'll be 3 losses so far this week. We are now nearly 24 hours of pinning in the 4270 zeros in ES, 4268 core support today, and just tested. Same drill. Bulls need to defend this, ideally bounce within 30 minutes. Well, I guess I sold early. With 4280 clear, then to trigger rally to 4288, 4304. 4268 fails, we get a leg down to 4255. Strong support. Well, once again, I sold early, and I'm blown away as to how my option sold, even though we went up to 16. I don't know, man. I just don't get it. Now it's green and it's going up, but this is red. I don't understand. I guess there's a lag with the 50-minute candle to the 1 minute here. But now I got burned. I was in at 15, and I would be up 1 right now. But this is what's going to happen, and we've seen it happen for me many times. This is going to finally start to rally. Give it like another 5-10 minutes, and it's going to pop up. And my $15 option is going to be worth now like 45, 55. And I'm going to be pissed at how I did it again. I exited early, and I burned myself, da 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 da. Or if I just held on to the MK strategy, this might end up forming a demand by the time this candle closes, even though it just started, I know. And we'll retest, and then we'll rally. Or I should have just put my buy-in right here at the daily. I have my level, it was already tested. If I put my buy-in right there, I could have got it at 11 or 12. And I don't know. Hold on and see if this really does start to go up. Or just put my thing at break even at $12 if I get it, or $13, although I probably would have gotten filled here. And see if this thing can push after all. Oh man, dude. I was hoping just to even sell at like $3, $4 just to make a profit, just to get something. I couldn't even do that. 3 trades this week, 3 losses, every single trade. We bounced it daily. We rejected at this level. Well, we didn't quite make it there, but we started rejecting. And I was hoping this will go in my favor. And it probably will. But unfortunately, I exited too early. Or this won't go in my favor. This will fall back down. And I don't know. But I don't think that's going to happen. I see. There it is pushing right now. And VIX is going back down again. So yeah. Just absolutely frustrating. Anyways, I'll come back and we'll see what happens. I'll say is a 80%, no, 70% chance this is going to start to rally and push up. A 30% that it turns out this thing falls more. I don't know. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, a good chance it was going to rally. And here we go. I exited at 13 for a loss. And here we are now at 23. So I would be $8 up right now, which would have taken away yesterday's losses at the very least. I don't know what's going to happen when we reach the top of this, but I would be watching. I would probably set my sell. Now remember, I had set my sell at like 25, and it was like just above here. So it was right. So if I had held, I could have probably sold. If it goes a little bit higher, I don't know if it'll make. Yes, it will. Of course it will. And of course, VIX is just dropping. VIX is just going down. So, yeah, I screwed up myself. I sold too early and missed out on profits. So this is probably going to hit 25 any moment now, and I could have made minus commission $9 today, which still wouldn't have recovered all of my losses for the week, but I would be close to at least back to where I was. And even better, if I had put my buy-in here at the daily, then that would be $12. That would have recovered the week loss, the losses for the week. So anyways, man, at least I know this daily is legit. If anything else, it proves that this daily is legit. I could have taken that bounce of the daily on Monday morning for a profit. I need to really look again at this level here and see if I found, well, this is the 4-hour, but I don't know. I might remove that considering, well, yeah, we blew right through it here. It served as rejection on Tuesday. All right, and then Wednesday we just blew right past it and didn't serve as support. So I don't know. I might get rid of this 4-hour, but I need to establish a proper system of when to keep and when to remove these levels. And it looks like maybe I might have to adjust this, but we're already rejecting. But still, even here, I would be $5 in profit. So I definitely burned myself by selling too early, and I was hesitating to do it. I kept wondering if I should sell. And I'm still blown away at the fact that, where was it? Was it here? It was here. There it is, 13. That's where I sold. It was rising. I remember it was rising, and I put my sell there, and somehow it still took my sell, even though the price went up. That blows my mind, man. That's typical thinkorswim, man. I bet you if I wasn't in the position, if I didn't get in and I put a buy in at 13, I guarantee you they wouldn't have filled me. But somehow I still got filled, even though this was rallying, or at least going up. So I could have sold at 23, made $9. And this may turn around and go up higher. It's possible. Anyways, Okay, what looked like an initial rejection off of the, let me zoom in a bit more, off of this line, came back down, and there it is, breakout. Now it's going to push. So remember I had set my sell at 25, thinking it's not going to get there. So, yep. Where I sold at 13 is really where I should have gotten in. And I did adjust this down a little bit because I noticed I wasn't even touching here and here, or here and here. It was kind of hovering above, so I adjusted this down. So I believe this could be the potential breakout. Oh, and I just noticed this on we're at one of the clones here where we had support. So remember I said I was going to remove this. So if we just blow past this, I'm going to remove this. But if we end up rejecting, then this probably still is in effect. But if it doesn't reject and this ends up breaking out and rallying. Oh yes, and we just reached 4280, which is where, let me go back to ES. So same thing here. We're about to break out of here. I think this is in the right spot though. Yeah, it looks like this is in the right spot. So for me, I have my resistance at 4284. So this will be a difficult spot to break through, I think. Then we have 4288. And then again, that yellow clone trend here I have. So if I was in a position, if I had gotten a 13, I would gladly exit here and just take the profits and not risk the rejection here. But I'm not in the trade because being the dumbass that I am, I chickened out and sold early. Every time it does this though, it starts to go up and I put a buy in and it's sort of hovering in that level and I just don't get filled. And I know if I hit market buy, they'll give me the worst possible, if it's at 16, if it's at 13, they'll give it to me like at 16, 17. I hate when they do that. But I suppose I should have just put my buy-in at 14, 13, and if it left me, it leaves me. But my worry was that it was going to start rallying, and me being picky about $2 or $3, I might miss out on decent profits. And you know what? I keep forgetting. This isn't even, this is why I probably shouldn't have exited so early. I'm such a dummy. This is not even today's expiration. Let's see what happened if I had chosen an odte proper. I bet you this is the one I could have gotten in. No, I wouldn't be able to afford that one. Okay. So this one. So I got in somewhere here. So I could have gotten in at 11. Maybe wait for a pullback at 11. And so, yeah. You know what? I need to just keep focusing on odte. That's what I need to start doing. And then mess around with swings or 2 or 3 days expiration down the road when I can have multiple options to trade. I could have gotten in here. God, man, I'm so annoying. I could have gotten in here at 10, 11 bucks and easily made $10 today. And what's strange is I got in at 15 and it went down to 13 as low. The difference in the change of price here isn't as severe. It's weird. I don't know. But I should have used odte. Hell, if I had the funds, I could have gotten in a couple options at 11 or 12 and sold both at 23 and made 20 bucks. Anyways, and there it is. This is gonna break out. We broke out here. We continue to go lower on VIX. So it just keeps right where I thought it might turn around. It didn't quite reach this level, but turned around, kept going down, and SPY, we've broken out. So this is gonna push. Maybe to this 4 hour for all I know. And on TradingView, we're breaking out of this level now, which means I'm gonna take this off now. So yeah, actually it looks like, I know I don't want to put too many of these on here. Does this fit? Bounce, bounce, bounce. I don't see any points of rejection though. Bounce, bounce maybe? Bounce, bounce. Oh well, I'll just leave it there for now. But yep, this thing's pushing. So the original option I took, the Friday one, I don't even want to look at it. It's just pointless. It's probably now at 25, so I would have gotten my sell after all, $10. But you know what? I probably just should have held it. Now that I think about it, at 15, because who knows what might happen the rest of the day or even tomorrow. This is probably going to push even more and even further. Adam Mancini said once bulls reclaim 4280, which I still think really was more like 4284. They reclaimed that, broke out of this. They just got to get past 4288, and then it's on to 4304. That might happen today, probably, maybe tomorrow. But overall, look, this has just been a strong push ever since the bounce here, right exactly the daily. So if I had chosen an odte instead of Friday's expiration and got in here and just put my buy-in down here, just trusted my level and just let it run. And you know, the beauty is if I had multiple options, I don't know exactly where I could have been filled. I probably would have just put it at 10. But if I had multiple options, I got 10 options at $10 for $100. I could have sold. Did we ever have any resistance at view up? No, it doesn't look like we did. But I don't know. Maybe just lock in some profits. I could have sold maybe 8 at 21. If we can make it 21, yeah, we made it up here relatively quickly, and lock in $80 profit, and then just hold the next two, see if we can go even higher. Oh well. I have to figure it out. I have to figure out how I can not sell early and let it play out. But for me, it looked like this thing wasn't gonna rise. It just kept messing around, chopping around, and the fact that it went from 16 to 13 in less than 5 seconds and took my sell, I don't know. I'm just so irritated by that. And the extra slap in the face is if I did use odte and if I decided to go in long, a couple options at 9, no, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it because that'll be 18. I would need the money. I would need at least $20 to get in. Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, I should have used odte. I'm gonna just focus on odte from now on. And because yeah, I'm just still irritated by this. And yeah, new candle. This is gonna keep pushing. This is just gonna keep going higher and higher and higher, and I'm just gonna end up hating myself. Everybody stop, listen, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going round. I may as well get rid of this one here, 428. Why did I have that one again? Oh yeah, it looked like there was resistance here. Although maybe I should bring it down a bit. You know what? Maybe I should just get rid of it because it didn't seem to matter. Ah, man. Also, I was thinking this is the... Look at all these multiple confluences here. The purple trend, the January 22, well, not really exactly the top of January, more like February 22 trend line going down, one of the yellow clones. Everything screamed, hey, this is where you should go long. And it's close to Adam Mancini's 4268 level. So, alright, I need to stop making this video so long. Alright, well, we're not exactly having the rally I thought we would have, and I may have to reconsider where this 4-hour is. I may check it again. But we are at 4288, which is current resistance, and we're having some trouble. I don't want to say trouble, but maybe we're just flagging for now. But the bigger bullish sign is that VIX, we've once again made a new low. So this is once again a 3-year all-time low, gone even lower. So that's a good sign for the bulls, I suppose. We haven't quite reached this 4-hour yet, so I may have to reconsider where I have it. God, I hate this app so much. So yeah, 4288 is resistance. Yeah, I've got nothing else to report. Oh, I wanted to show this. I'm starting to more and more dislike this guy's profile, the things that he says. It's just, hold on. I know it's here. Come on. What the hell? It was here. Maybe it's a reel. I guess he took it off. Wow. It was here. Basically, this is the guy I showed you before where he was like calling people morons who weren't as smart as him or as successful as him. And yeah, I hate Instagram. I can't, there's no way for me to pull it up again. And I went to his actual site and it's not there. So basically he was saying how if you live in poverty, it's a choice. And pretty much anywhere in the world, especially Western countries, if you live in poverty, you're there by choice. And you can remove yourself from that point of poverty if you whatever. So I just found his post so offensive, and I don't know, maybe that's why he removed it or something. But again, I went to his actual site and I don't see it here. He posted a earlier reel just about some Urus that he purchased for $313,000. And it's not in his stories either. So yeah, he took it off. I wanted to show it, but I've heard a lot of wealthy, not a lot, I've heard some wealthy people make this claim that if you're poor, you're there by choice. And I mirror it to a thought that I used to have when I was younger. I mean, when I was in my late 20s, early 30s, I can just go jog 3 miles like it was nothing. It wasn't a big deal for me. I can go to the gym and work out hard and da-da-da-da. When those watches that you can wear, the polar watches you can wear with the strap on your chest came out so you can get your heart rate, I would go jogging with that. And I think at one point my heart rate got as high as 230 beats per minute. Because what I will do is I'll jog like a mile, mile and a half, 2 miles. And towards the end, I'll sprint at the last end, I'll try and sprint as hard as I can. And I can tell you right now, I'll be 48 in a couple months. At my age, if I go out right now, hell, if I go, sometimes I'll do this because the elevators in this building, they're never fully 100% working. There's always half of them are always out of commission in this building. It's just been like that since I've lived here. And there's only two elevators in one corner of the building and two elevators in the other corner where I live. And it can literally take as long as 10 minutes for you to wait for an elevator. That is no joke. And I think it's because a lot of elderly people live in this building and they'll take forever to go into and out of the elevator. So, I take the stairs, all 15 floors. I'll just walk up the stairs and it never fails. I'm out of breath or I feel a little bit of exertion coming on. I can guarantee you the 27, 28, 30-year-old me could run up all 15 flights of stairs. I'll be breathing heavy, because I mean it's a stairwell. There's no air circulating there, first of all. It's just musty, still air, which is hard to train in, but I could probably still pull it off. But the current me couldn't. So my point is, when I was younger and I didn't understand anything about exercise physiology, I knew nothing about exercise science beyond what I bro gym science and what you read in the magazines you buy from the nutrition stores. I would quickly judge anyone who wasn't in excellent shape. And I'm telling you, my body's nothing special now, but when I was in my late 20s and 30s, my physique was like those magazines you see, like the Muscle Fitness magazine, and that was natural. I've never in my life taken any gear or anything of that sort. So I had this sort of lack of humility where I thought you just put in the work and you can look like I looked. And struggle is a great form of humility, having to struggle. And of course, since I was a cop and I was making not great money, but decent money, I can go to the store and I can buy healthy foods, right? My point is that if you can take this point of view as a wealthy, successful person and just assume that anyone who isn't as successful as you just didn't want to work hard enough to be where you are. It's easy to make that assumption, especially if you've had certain privileges in life. For example, you grew up in an upper middle class home, you grew up in a zip code that is sort of known to produce successful people, as opposed to growing up in a ghetto area. And let me tell you, there are a bunch of factors against. I've always wanted to make a YouTube video comparing a person of color living in the hood, growing up in poverty, and a Caucasian person growing up in an upper middle class family, and just parallel one day or maybe a week of what it's like between the both of them. And I know I'm gonna get people upset at me here, but just hear me out. There are certain simple things, like for example, and I've lived in the hood. I know how crappy it is there. Simple things like sleep. The person living in a hood may not have a good bed, may not even be sleeping on a mattress. They may have to sleep on the floor, on some sheets on the floor, or maybe like a little foam thin mattress, something like that. It's noisy in the hood. I've seen studies showing the difference between sound decibel levels in ghetto areas compared to more upper middle class areas. And when I was a cop, part of where my jurisdiction was rich upper middle class area. It is silent, silent, silent. No street lights. Now, I've lived in the hood where there's gunshots at night, people yelling and screaming, cars driving by, revving their engine, playing their music loud. And let me be straight up, and I'm gonna get in trouble here, but there's a lot of people, not a lot, but there's a certain number of people of color in this country, especially America, that are as cliche as you can get when it comes to being uncivilized, ignorant, and uneducated. They're as cliche as you can get, and they are frankly an absolute embarrassment. Like, for example, what happened here at Miami Beach, spring break. But unfortunately, when you live in a ghetto area, most of those people are there, and they make your life miserable. When I was a kid, these guys would just want to fight me just to fight. It was the most annoying thing. I had to learn how to be invisible and just, stay to myself and do my business and not deal with these people. But it was so frustrating living there. But my point is, even nutrition. You know, the upper class family, this kid might have a nice breakfast. The person in poverty might not eat anything at all. When I was young, most of our meat came from cans. Canned corned beef, canned tuna, canned sardines. My stepdad loved spam, canned spam. And let's be honest, I'm not saying it's bad to eat that, and I'm saying I do acknowledge that we're lucky we even had that to eat. My point is the difference in health between a can of spam and a fresh organic um, salmon steak. You have to agree that those are different. One is more nutritious than the other. And forget about nutrition. I didn't know this until many years later. And I used to eat, even when I was a cop, I was convenient. I loved canned tuna. I would take canned tuna out, put it in the bowl, throw in some mayo, some seasoning, some spice, put it on some bread. I loved canned tuna. Simple, easy, quick protein. But here's the problem. Canned meats are one of the worst things you can eat because that's not so much the meat itself, but the meat isn't great. It has certain stuff in it to preserve it, and those preservatives aren't exactly healthy. But there's chemicals in the can itself that are known as endocrine disruptors, hormone disruptors. Um, you might have heard them called BPAs. And yeah, they sell plastic bottles that are BPA free, but the problem is they replace the BPA with something else, which is just as bad. But since governments have recognized that BPA is bad and people are aware of it, they simply just replace it with something else that is just as, if not almost as bad than BPA. So it's BPA free, but now it has, BPB or something instead. And that's an endocrine disruptor. So I guess what I'm trying to say is when I was younger and more ignorant and much more healthy and fit, I assumed that if you were not fit yourself, it's because you were lazy and you chose not to work out. It was a choice. Now that I'm older, I realize that there's some people that their bodies just aren't as efficient as mine was at my 30s. And I've seen them. I've trained these people. They get tired easily. They're struggling. We follow the workout regimen and they improve. But, a person who has great genetics and a great diet and sleeps well, their improvement might look like this. But the other person who works a stressful job, doesn't know what a good diet is, maybe can't afford a great diet, um, and their body just isn't as efficient. And when I say the word efficient, I mean they're not able to perform the way someone else performs, all else being equal. Their progress will look more like this, you know, like this, for example, like from here. The healthy person, their progress is this. The other person, their progress is just a choppy mess. So I learned that I had to humble myself and assume that just because I'm fit and cut and shredded and muscular because I put in some effort in the gym and da 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 da, doesn't necessarily mean that someone else can put in the exact same effort and get the same results, is what I'm trying to say. So also, I think of money as sort of thermodynamics. There's only so much around. I mean, you gotta agree with that. There's only so much money in existence at this point. If five people have a lion's share of the money, then obviously, just based on thermodynamics, based on energy transfer, based on common sense, you can't expect everyone else to have that amount of money too. It just wouldn't make sense. There's only so much to go around. So if we have five people who are filthy, incredibly, disgustingly rich, meaning that if they wanted to try and get rid of all their money and assets, they couldn't if they tried in their entire lifetime, then you're going to have a large number of people who are in poverty. So forget about thermodynamics. What about just the way our capitalist system, and I'm not saying capitalism is bad, I'm just saying the way the system works. If when I was working at Whole Foods, I was in poverty. The money I was making was absolute poverty. If I added all the money I made working part-time, and even though it was part-time, it was still like 35, 36 hours a week, I was making maybe 1,400 bucks a month. So, first, I could not afford to live here. Second, you saw I showed you in one of my videos on Monday or Friday, whatever, how much people are asking for just a room in a home, just a room. And I think the cheapest one I found was like the $900 one where you're sharing a room with another guy. So if you don't mind sharing a room with another guy in you know, Miami area that's not in the ghetto, 900 bucks. 900 bucks. Unless you're a female and you happen to come live with me and you can only pay 400 bucks, but apparently that's horrible and no female should have to go through that. But you see what I'm saying? Let's say I found a room to share with a guy. That's 900 bucks. I'm only bringing home 1400 bucks. So that leaves me 500 bucks a month for what? For food? Then obviously I can't have a student loan. Obviously I can't have transportation. Maybe I can get a bike or get those little go-peds, electric go-peds. But you see what I'm saying? That's poverty. Now, that wasn't just me. Most of the people I talk to who work at Whole Foods, if they haven't been there for multiple years and been getting consecutive raises, and they're not they haven't learned some specialized positions, e- even the ones that were in that position, I was making $16 an hour, and my supervisor, who was a Charlie Uniform November Tango, um, gave me only like a 20-cent raise. So there's different step grades you can get, and she gave me the second to worst one. She couldn't give me any reasons why she did that. She lied and said that the next step was really only for people who've been working there for more than a few years. It was a seniority thing. It turns out that was lie. It was a lie. It wasn't true. I absolutely despise that woman. Um, so even if you've been there for years, like I spoke to one guy who's been working there for like 5 years, he's making 19 bucks an hour. It's not poverty per se. It's not poverty, but it's not enough to live even remotely a comfortable life. I mean, there are teachers who are on food stamps or not, but are living in poverty. The economic disparity here, especially in Miami, is huge between the rich and the poor. It's significant. So what I'm trying to say is, if the average person working at Whole Foods is like at poverty or just slightly out of poverty level, and you're saying that they chose to be there, then that means this is what I experienced when I was at Whole Foods. The worst customers were the rich ones. They look down on you. They treat you or look at you like you're filth, like you, and the way this guy behaves, it shows. He looks at you, a person of poverty, a person working at Whole Foods, McDonald's, Amazon, whatever, essential jobs, jobs that if they didn't exist, a lot of things couldn't function. Teachers, he looks at you like you're garbage. He called it, he said in his video, you are a moron. You are a moron because you pay taxes. You are a moron because you're not rich. You are a moron because you chose to be anything other than successful and wealthy. And I know I sounds bad, but I want this guy needs, and it's never gonna happen because when you have that kind of wealth and you have a bunch of assets, this guy has multi-million dollar cars, multiple multi-million dollar cars in his car collection in a fancy garage with you know art and stuff on the walls, whatever. This guy's got bank. This guy will never in his life experience poverty. He could probably get cancer, get some horrible disease. He can probably get in some sort of trouble where he's in trouble with the law or whatever, and they can seize his assets and whatever, whatever, and still would never truly experience poverty. But if something happened where this guy, and I don't, I'm not saying I wish this on this guy, but maybe in an alternate universe he can experience this and then return back to this universe, something like that. But he needs to be humbled, and he needs to be put in a position where you're just some schmuck working at Whole Foods, you know? And yeah, let me tell you something. When I was at Whole Foods, man, I would come into work and a large shipment of boxes would have come in the previous day. And we need to open these boxes, um, put them in the proper place on the shelf, and they need to be scanned and da 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 da. So this is a lot of work. Sometimes there's 30, 40 boxes, and it can take the entire shift to do. This same supervisor, this woman, would purposefully not touch a single one of the boxes, right? She wouldn't do any of the work. She would just sit upstairs sitting at her desk. Then there's usually another morning person or a mid-shift person. She would tell that mid-shift person, no, don't do it. Let Kevin do it. Let him take care of it. And then I will come to work and have this massive amount of work to do. And then she'll tell me, oh, just do what you can. You don't have to put them all out, but do your best. Knowing full well the kind of person I am, I will hustle and bust my butt to get as much out as possible. And she took advantage of that. She took advantage of the fact that I'm a hard worker. And I've seen a study about this, that if you work for a company and you're the company guy, you're the guy that always volunteers to stay late, you're the guy that always gives 120%, the company will take advantage of you. They won't see your work and your ethics and think, this person should get promoted, this person should be, getting special attention, this person should get a bigger raise. That's not what will happen. The suck up would do it. The person in a position, like, okay, I'm gonna get in trouble here, but there's an employee at my Whole Foods that I used to work at, a guy who then later on decided he's gonna be a girl, and this person would make all kinds of horrible mistakes and do all kinds of stupid things, but somehow would never get fired. Strange. And this person always got the raise and da-da-da-da, and this person wasn't a very hard worker. But my point is that society cannot function without certain people in certain positions that doesn't pay well. So you can look down on them and you can tell them, you chose to be there, so whatever. But I think that's a very arrogant point of view, and I think it lacks humility. That's just my point of view. And I'm sorry, I just wanted to vent about that. I wanted to show his video, but he took it off. He took it off. I'm surprised, because he's the kind of guy who he doesn't really care about what your opinion is, from my point of view. And I like this guy here, Matt Walsh. I don't agree with everything he says. Look, let me tell you something. I'm no hardcore conservative or hardcore liberal or anything. I just follow what my heart says is right, honestly. I don't like agendas pushing a certain ideal that it doesn't really benefit society in a way. Hey, I believe in equal rights. I believe everyone should marry who they want to marry, but I also don't believe that you should push your ideals on other people. It's just me. I don't know. But I don't know. I have a lot of divisive views, I guess, and I shouldn't be expressing them here on a trading channel. But I would like to talk more about trading. But I've made another loss today. So far, I started out the week at 32. I'm now at 16. So that is what, a $16 loss? Yeah, my account's gone down by half today. I mean, this week. I've lost pretty much. Today's loss is a 12% loss on my account. So, yeah, I've lost half my account this week. Euthanasia program in Canada. Wow. Anyways, all right. It looks like we came back and almost retested the breakout here, and now it's pushing. I think really this is just going to start bull flagging, because like I said, if we look at VIX, we've retested the previous low now, and we're pushing down even further. I'm just blown away. I don't know how low VIX is going to go, but it would be wonderful if I can catch the eventual drop here. So it looks more, you can see here, more likely we tested, it's more clear that we tested the breakout again, and we're coming back up. So I guess one could have said, hey, you know what? Let's see if we test a breakout. I'm going to put a buy in here at a test of breakout, and I'm going to put a sell to see if we can scalp a quick, $10, and that would have worked here. Let me go back to SPY. Now I like going to look at SPY because it's cleaner. The chart's cleaner. You know what? I wanted to take another look at this 4-hour. I want to do that really quick. I'm probably gonna get in trouble soon because I was asked to do a task, and as usual, wasn't given all the information I needed to do the task, and I just did the task sans the information I would have needed and just sent it out. Because I mean, if you're gonna ask me to do an engagement letter for someone, at least give me the person's name. That would help. And I tried looking the person's name up, but I couldn't find it. So I probably could if I knew how to look up somebody's information through the ownership of the home, but I don't know how to look up a person's. I know you can go online, look up the government tax information to find out who owns a home. I don't know how to do that, and to be honest, I shouldn't have to. If you want me to do a task, at least tell me the information I need to do the task. All right, I'm gonna put a. I wonder if this shows on a daily. No, it doesn't. So it shows on the 4-hour. Let's go back to a 4-hour. It's only here though, but it's a supply. So you know what? I'm just gonna add it for now. I'll remove the other ones later. So this is a 4-hour. Probably not just for now. 4-hour. I don't know about this one. It lines up, but maybe I should bring it down a little bit more. Let's zoom it in. Yeah, I could bring it down a little bit more to line up here, but even then, it still won't line up to where it rejected. Yeah, it doesn't quite line up to where it rejected, but whatever. All right. I guess I'm trying to see if I can find a way to not have to depend on Adam Mancini's levels. Let's see if it shows better on a 1-hour. Even then, even if I put the resistance here, it doesn't quite show. This is a 1-hour supply, but I don't know if it really, I don't know if I want to keep it because we clearly broke out of it here. Yeah, yesterday was quite a nice rally. I should have went long as soon as the bell rung yesterday, and it was a breakout of this channel. A fake breakout because we fell back in, but still. But yeah, this is going to flag most of the afternoon and then push later on, I believe. As long as the bulls keep it above 4280, which is what they're doing. And the retest of that that breakout was 4280, a retest there. So yeah, I don't see anything else to add here. I wanted to keep this as simple as possible. I would have really liked this morning, but it didn't happen, for a retest of this bottom of this channel, confluence to this here. That would have been glorious. I definitely would have taken that long, but it only went to the daily. I say only, but if I had done odte and traded from the daily on, that would have been a great trade today. I would have made up for all of my losses and put me ahead by like a good $15 from where I started in the week. But yeah, so I can't find any reason why. I can't find a resistance right here. I looked, but no. Maybe no. I'll even try a 30 and see if I can find something there, but I don't want to stress myself too much over this. But hey, we just created a supply and it retested, but I still think this is going to keep pushing up. I know if you only knew the NK strategy, supply formed here. Well, he uses 5 minutes. Okay, if I zoom in, it's going to get all stretched. He uses the 5 minutes, so technically this 5 minutes, right where my cursor is, supply is in effect. But then again, he scalps. So they could have taken this short at a in the money option put and scalped it to retest this channel here. But I don't think that he does trends. He only does the supply and demand, and that's it. Damn, dude. Even on the 5 minute, my daily is just spot on. I should have had more faith in my own level and just went long here with the odte. And I keep repeating it. I'm sorry. frustrated. And if I had better money in my account, you know what? I wonder if I could have done the 428 instead of this 429. No, I had 19.99 in my account. If I didn't make any other dumb trades this week, I could have taken this long. I could have put in my buy-in right at daily. And you know what? My alert went off too, I think, didn't it? Yeah, it did. That's why I started the video about it. So if instead of putting an alert, instead if I just put a buy-in there, and if I had, that's a lot of ifs, I'm sorry. If I had enough money in my account, I could have gotten at 2021, and look at that. We got as high as almost 80. That would have been a massive win. 3 points, man. It's not bad on SPY. And again, I think this is going to push even higher. I think we're making a flag right now. We retested the breakout, which is pretty bullish. So yeah, this is gonna push. And if I had more money in my account, and right here, let's say I made the same mistake with this option here. I sold early. I got in at say 26 or 25, and I got spooked out and exited at 25. Whatever. But if I had more money in my account, I could have got in at the breakout or at the retest here. So yeah, this is gonna push even higher, and VIX is gonna keep going even lower. I wonder if on the VIX we will revisit the bottom of this channel. Oh my god, dude. Oh, this is here we go. Typical thinkorswim. On the 5-minute, we've broken below this channel, right? But if I go to a 5:15, we're above the channel. God, thinkorswim, man. Anyways, all right, I've already made this video stupid long with my rambling. I'm sorry, guys. I should go take my lunch break, but I just wanted to revisit the option I actually took. Remember, I got in here at 15, and then even though it was rallying, I put my stop loss at 13, and somehow, even though the price wasn't there, my stop loss kicked in. So I got in here, exited here, and now we're up here. Could have made $15 profit, but I mean, still, if I still had this option, I would be wondering now if I should just keep holding it and see what happens for tomorrow. But then again, no, I probably would have sold it. I think I had put my sell at 25 or 26, and I probably would have sold there. But there it is. I said we're really flagging. It's like you're gonna push even further, and there we are. This might tell me to go ahead and remove this 4-hour now. We're almost at the bottom of the channel on VIX, but it may even push further here. Why is this thick and this one isn't? Oh, because this one hasn't been tested in a while. Anyways, now we're at 4291. So we've broken past 4288 finally. Let's see what's going on in TradingView. Yep. Maybe we'll make it up to here at 4297, but I doubt we'll stop here either. This is just gonna keep pushing. So yeah, here we go. Another day where I've taken a trade and I exited too early. I do it either for a small win or a small loss, mostly a small loss. And there it is. I would have been 20 bucks in profit right now. Good Lord, man. When am I gonna stop effing up? And there's the extra push. Because everyone else with any common sense in trading would have probably already would be lining up to go long now. Well, I don't know. I don't know now would be a time to go long, but still, it's pushing. Anyways. Nothing like listening to some corn because you're so pissed off at the world and yourself. Well, not the world, but me. Look at this. Look at that push. I told you. It was just flagging, ready for another push. So just to be an extra slap in the face, I got in here, sold here. And this is a common pattern where I'll show the option. I'm like, yeah, I got in down here and I sold here. Or I got in here and I sold for a loss here. Look at this. It just hit 50 bucks. Just reached 50 bucks. And on ES, we've almost come close to this resistance I have here, which I forgot why I put this resistance. I think it was a supply that formed on like a 3 or 4 hour or something. But it's just a small pullback. It's gonna keep pushing, I believe. But yeah, here I am thinking I can sell at 25, and this thing just hit 50. And here's a day, for example, where if I didn't take the trade at the bottom here, when I said, oh yeah, I think this is bull flagging. I think that this is gonna bull flag. Well, I could have got in at the bottom of the bull flag. So today, well, no, I couldn't have done it today with what I have on my account. This is why I was so desperately trying to catch the bottom. And I should have just got in right at the daily. Look at that. But again, forget about this damn option. I should have done odte. Like I said, what is it? 429 was it? No. What was it? 431, I think it was. No, it was it 432? Jesus Christ, I'm still looking at today's. Fucking. All right, it was 429. There it is, 429. So this just peaked at 70. So here, if I could have gotten right at the very bottom at my daily, one option at 9. I couldn't get two, unfortunately, at 9. I don't think. You know what? I could have actually. I had 19.99 in my account. So yes, 65. I would need. It would have to be $18 plus 130. 18. No. Yeah, I could have. It would be very close, but I could have gotten two options here at $9 if I put my buy in right at the daily. And if I just held on to both stubbornly, look at that. Good Lord, man. In one trade, I could have brought my account to back where it was before I took out like 75 bucks out of it. I did add 35 back to it though, but as you can see, all of it's been lost. I think this is probably the lowest my account's been in a while. This is pathetic. I forgot to show TradingView. Look, remember I said that Adam Mancini placed this level here, and I wasn't sure I wanted to keep it, but I decided to put it anyways. Well, look where we rejected, for now at least. I mean, this could turn around and just power through here and come to the clone trend. Oh my God, I cannot believe I did it again, man. I chose the wrong expiration. I shouldn't have chosen yesterday. I shouldn't have chosen tomorrow. I should have chose today, but fine. I got in today at 15 and could have made a decent amount of money today. Freaking went from 11 to 50. Jeez. You know, I was thinking yesterday, um, because when I went to work out on Tuesday, I saw the Turkish chick that I was hooking up with last week. I mean, last year. And God, she's got an amazing body, man. And she was walking down the sidewalk with a friend. And even then, I saw those great legs. And being the stupid simp that I am, I sent her a message saying, hey, I saw you yesterday and you didn't say hi. It's kind of messed up. Something stupid like that. And she responded with, because I forget, despite having a great body, she's got a terrible attitude. And she's like, where? How about I didn't see you? If I saw you, I would have said something to you. Why would I not say something to you? That doesn't make any sense. Just whatever. Although I'm inferring from a text message, I know, but I know her attitude. And I, I, I don't know. Yesterday it put me in a bad spot. I just wasn't happy with life. I keep screwing up with this and this job I'm doing here. I don't know how to do it, and I screwed up here, and I I thought about what I said the other day about that guy, the muscular guy, how his identity is his body. That's his being. That represents his existence. And this guy here from Exotic Car Hacks, his existence is his success, his wealth, his money, his assets, his status. That is what his identity is. If either of them lose that identity, they'll be lost. And I kept thinking, what is my identity? What represents me? What is it that um I don't know. And the first answer I thought of, which is pretty bad, is I'm a failure. I'm the guy who tries at everything and fails at everything. Um, I failed being a police officer because I got played by some stupid girl. I failed personal training, although it's not entirely my fault that COVID hit and the gym shut down and all of my clients lost their jobs or left the country. But, this other successful guy wrote a book and he owns a McLaren, and that's how I came across his YouTube channel. He wrote a book, and in the book, it's titled "It's All Your Fault." And of course, this guy from Exotic Car Hacks was hyping upon that book, saying that um, anything bad happens to you, it's your fault ultimately. Everything bad happens to you. So you get into a car accident and you lose a leg, it's your fault, even though the accident wasn't your fault. And I guess what he was saying is like I'm not saying that you are the one who caused the accident, but how you react to it, how you you grow from it if possible is your fault, which is kind of a stupid title really. But that's how I was thinking. I'm like, well, I'm a failure. And even though the personal training business went downhill, I still did my best to try and build it back up. There was a day, actually a few days, where I bought a bunch of business cards. And again, I think I've handed out close to maybe 600 or 700 business cards to people. Not once, ever, ever has anyone called me saying, hey man, I got your business card or I found your business card. Not once have I gotten a call like that. And I started doing that back in 2018, even before my personal training business started to build up. But it built up not because of the business cards, but because I already had a few clients with me and I was doing such a good job with them that they, by word of mouth, I got more clients. And there was a point where I had about a dozen recurring clients, and I was bringing home about $4,000 a month, which isn't great, but it was decent for someone who owned his own business and worked for himself. But ultimately, after COVID, I did everything I could to try and build the business back up. It just didn't happen. Plus, it doesn't help that I don't have a gym of my own. I work out outside all the time. And let me be honest, a lot of people brag about how they're hard workers and they're successful this and da da da, but they're lazy. You can't get them outside. Most of my clients would not want to work outside because sometimes I would have sessions where we would train outside, mainly because the gym was undergoing cleaning or something like that, and I want to do some cardio outside, and they would bitch and whine and complain like little children. I don't want to work out outside. It's hot. God. So yeah, um, failed at personal training. I've been doing this for almost 3 years now, and I'm a complete failure at this as well. So I tried doing real estate photography, bought a program, taught myself how to use the program. I can take a 360 camera, go into a home, and create a 3D walkthrough where you can just, on your phone, on your computer, or even with a VR helmet, you can do a three-dimensional walkthrough of a home because that was the thing back in 2019, 2020. That was a failure. Hell, I even offered to give free tours or to do free programs for people. And I called maybe about 40 or 50 different realtor companies. Nobody. Nobody hired me. Nobody, even if it's free, for God fucking sakes, it's free, and they still wouldn't do it. Look, roommate, finding a roommate. I failed at doing this. So that is my identity. I'm the guy who tries and tries and tries and always fails. I'm I was gonna say Icarus, but at least Icarus succeeded in flying close to the sun. I don't know. I'm just the guy who keeps trying and keeps failing. So am I is my identity the failure? Or is my identity the person who keeps trying despite always failing? I don't know. All right. So again, we pulled back once more to close to the breakout of this channel on SPY at least. How it looks on ES, I don't know, but I'll check in a moment. We created another, you can see here where my cursor is. We created a minor demand, which was retested perfectly. And there's another opportunity to go long if I didn't go long earlier today. If I look on ES, yeah, it's a pretty close. In fact, it was an exact retest of the channel. Also on VIX, the previous low from yesterday has now created a new level. I'm going to move this right now actually, and we tested that twice. So I went long here and sold somewhere here, and yeah, bloody hell, man. All right, so our new low, and this was yesterday's previous low. Amazing, man. When I had that option earlier today, I thought about just letting it run to zero. I'm just like, screw it. I forgot though that this was Friday. I took the option not remembering that was using a Friday's option. I probably wouldn't have exited so early because my fear is that if this thing falls, I'm gonna go from, $15 to like $3, $4, and that's it, everything's gone. But it wouldn't have lost that much value because it still had time value in it. But anyways, so looks like we're about to make another. Probably shouldn't even move this yet. We may make another low for the day, and yeah, we've gone even higher. So I could have gotten in here if I didn't make a previous trade, or if I had more money in my account, I could have gotten in again here and try to make up for my previous loss. But that's it. When that company returned money for my pillow, I thought about putting some of it in my account, but I haven't. I don't think I put anything in my account since that time I put the 35 bucks in. Um, and I got the text late when I took money out of the account. I mean, TD Ameritrade sent me the text to confirm when I took money out. Quite literally, I don't know. It was a while after. So that's kind of stupid. They give me one text when I take out account. But that was where's the text when you put in money? I don't know. Maybe is it the same text? Bloody hell, man. Your request to transfer funds from has been received. I will post on May 4th. So they sent me my request to transfer funds that I put in on May 4th. They sent me the text to confirm it on May 16th because why not? Okay, so yeah, it was May 9th that I tried to put money back in my account. So I haven't put any money in my account since May 9th. So it's been almost a month since I put anything in my account. But what frustrates me is that in the end of April, I was up to 125 bucks. Again, I took out 75, and then I put back in 35, which just shows you how much I've lost. Anyways, this video is damn too long. Wait. I'm sorry. I gotta vent about this. This is. Oh, don't reset, you piece of garbage. Oh my God, so annoying. I was looking at different news that was brought out, but unfortunately they 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 removed it. Like just as annoying as Instagram. Every time you open it up, they give you something new, but it gave news like it showed an article about how a husband and wife who together earn $120,000 aren't able to afford most things, and it got like 9,000 thumbs down. I don't know. I don't, what are they thumbs upping and thumbs downing? I don't get it. Another one said that thousands upon thousands of elderly may lose their SNAP benefits later this year, and it got like a bunch of thumbs up and only a few thumbs down. So I'm thinking, are they thumbs downing the news because they don't like the news? But who would like the fact that elderly people are losing their SNAP benefits? I don't understand humans, man. I don't understand it. Student loan borrower's debt gets worse during payment. I bet you this has got lots of likes. Yes, people are just so evil and negative, man. Customers are buying this tiny home for $10,000 from Walmart with a one-time fee. Okay, that's just neutral. It has more dislikes, but I wouldn't be surprised if this was something that, give this time, I bet you this was gonna have more likes, that people are having to buy tiny homes. The mother of all melt-ups in stocks could be quickly followed by a meltdown as the bubble implodes. I'm gonna guess to say implodes. As the bubble what? Bubble, my God, dude. As the bubble in overvalued names pops. Okay. Okay, it's gonna reset again. Freaking annoying. Oh no, it kept it here. The last one it removed. This one got, I can figure why this one got more thumbs down. Nobody wants them, for some reason everyone can agree they don't want the market to drop, I guess. And everything else is just new. But I was just blown away at um these American workers most worried about AI. So AI is going to make some jobs obsolete, so people are going to like that because people are going to be unemployed, so that's good. That adds to the evil sentiment. Social Security, you could get a second check in June. Here's why. Okay. But I'm homeowner flabbergasted after discovering HOA's extreme neighborhood renovation plan. It's just weird, man. What was the other one? There was one, uh, I forget what it was. I don't know, but things that these people are liking, and then if you read social media, the comments that some people make, they're just so evil. I'm surprised. It's inevitable, but I'm surprised I haven't had somebody make a comment talking about what an idiot well, maybe because I say it enough myself. But man, people are such cruel people, these creatures, man. I just don't get it. The only thing I can think of is maybe tomorrow, if we can have a little bit of a pullback to a previous level, I might have another opportunity, but I don't know. I'm just fed up. This is, again, everything I asked for. No, not exactly. Not exactly. I would have wanted a test of the bottom, but Monday was a test of this channel, but I didn't really know this existed until Tuesday. Tuesday was definitely a time to go long. Um, I can't say Wednesday was that obvious. The only thing that made Wednesday obvious would have been what was it? It was on ES. It was in TradingView actually. Wednesday, okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, okay. No, but I wouldn't have known this had existed until this pattern had already formed. Wednesday was the rejection off of this, but there was a different pattern I had seen. There was a rising pattern I saw. I remember that. There was a rising pattern that I saw on, bloody hell, on SPY. I remember I drew it out. It was a rising pattern that looked very clean, and that was the pattern rejection. Please file the enclosed motion. Okay, I got another task to do. Alright. Alright, last video. This is probably one of my longest videos, and all I have to show for it is a loss after taking a trade. So we did make it to the second 4 hour. I removed the other 4 hour that I had. The one up top, I kept that one. So we made it to there and rejected a bit. So for all I know, this could break. This could chop maybe for the rest of the day and then break out later on. So I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do as well is I'm going to redo. I'm gonna. I might not do this one. I might redo SPY and redo all the levels so I can just practice doing my own levels. And then I'll try and clean this up a bit, but not remove everything, if you know what I mean. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I got nothing else to add. I'm disappointed. I'm just frustrated, man. Uh, it didn't do the breakdown that I thought it would do, but it bounced, and I should have stayed. I should have held to stay in. And I don't know how high that option eventually went. Um, but hey, you know what? Let's look at it really quick because I have no doubt. Jeez, it was 31. Was it 31? Yes. So we ended up at 36. So watch tomorrow. This is going to be worth like 70, 80 or something like that before the market opens. We're going to start to rally or something. I don't know. So, yep, another screw up day.